What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make the neighbor case house. This is part 16, and in this one, we're going to be finishing off floor 3, which is this room, and then we'll do this room last, but we will get this absolute monstrosity of a room done, and also this one on this side over here. Yeah, that is all. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, so this part should be a little bit more interesting, I think, than the past ones have been, because there's just been a lot of, here, add this thing here, and then this thing here, because we have a little bit more fixing up of things to do. So, to get to the area we need to go, if you are not already there, you can head into the foyer, and instead of heading through the doors in the back, you're going to head to this little crawl space on the left. Head backwards a little bit in this room, and then you'll just head up and fly through the hole in the ceiling, and you'll be here. And this will be the room where we will start our part. So, first things first. Before we even do anything else, because I know I'm going to forget, you just want to get out spruce trap doors, and this iron bar window here, you want to place spruce trap doors over it, just opened like so. We'll need spruce trap doors again in a minute, but I don't think we need them immediately. You want to start by getting out the following anyway. Warp planks, warp subs, and we might need them immediately. Oak doors, yeah, no, we probably will. Oak trap doors, spruce planks, spruce stairs, spruce doors, spruce trap doors, and nothing else. Spruce signs. So starting on this wall, if you're looking at the door we would have, whereas the room we would have previously worked on, actually it's the only door that isn't under the stairs in this room, you want to leave a gap of 1 extending right and place 3 warp planks extending up. Right of it, another row of 3, and then you'll have warp subs on top. Off of the bottom 2x2 of warp planks, you'll place a set of oak doors against it, and then you'll have oak trap doors above them, open into them as well. For now, we'll leave a gap of 5 extending right, and then place 3 spruce planks extending up with another row of 3 behind. You'll place a set of spruce stairs on top of that facing into each other. And then you want a set of spruce doors at the bottom, just like so. Above them, spruce trapdoors. Gap of 1 extending right, spruce plank with a sign off of it. Gap of 2 extending right, same thing. And then you can get rid of your spruce signs and get out lanterns and place a lantern on either. Opposite wall, if you take the clock on the wall here, you will, just to the left of it, place a row of 3 spruce planks extending up with another one to the right. And we're doing the same closet. Stairs on top facing into each other, doors off the bottom there, and then trapdoors above them opened up against. Gap of 1 extending right, same thing with the warp, row of 3 warp planks extending up, another row to the right. Subs on top, oak doors off the bottom, and oak trap doors open up against the block above them. You can then clear your inventory and get out the following. Spruce slab, composter, something or other to put in the composter. Doesn't really matter what, I'll just get oak crimson roots since they're the first thing in the flowers, and they also work now. Warp stairs, warped slabs, oak signs, beehives, torch, and we'll get out paintings for now just because I want to get this wall done. So to the right of what we've just made, you want to be above this hole here, and it should be not the first row of yellow you can place off of, because it'll be this one. The row above, you'll just place a couple of spruce slabs there. In this far corner here, you'll place a composter filled almost all the way up with whatever. That is all the way up. It should be to there, about. I guess you could fill it all the way up, but I don't really like the little white bits in it. Not sure how that gets in there, but I don't want to ask. You then want to leave a gap of 5 extending across now this wall from that composter, 4 or 5, and on the 6th one you'll place an opposite on warp stair facing right. You'll also have a beehive on top. Right of the stair, you'll have an upside down warped slab, and then a warped plank just made out of slabs. You'll place an oak sign off of the warped plank. And from the beehive, you'll have a torch up diagonally right. Right of the torch, you'll have a 1x1 painting, and also left of it you will, but that one will be another block away. Okay, really? That didn't feel necessary. Cool. We will need the warp stairs again in the middle, but placing them now wouldn't really make sense, so we're just going to clear our inventory. And get out the following this time. Mangrove planks, bamboo slabs, structure voids, mangrove door, warped door, dark oak planks, bamboo signs, prismarine walls, and paintings again. Turn to your right, and between the warped and the spruce little closets here, you want to place 3 mangrove planks in the very center, extending up. Bring them right a row, and then place bamboo slabs on top. You'll have structure voids in front of the bottom mangrove planks, and again on the right structure void, you'd have a mangrove door, and on the left one, you'll have a warp door that should be up against the mangrove planks like so. Head all the way right, and in the very corner, you'll have 2 dark oak planks extending out with bamboo signs off of them. You can actually crouch in place off of the right bamboo sign, 2 prismarine walls extending out. Then if you turn to look at this wall, you'll take the right prismarine wall and count up diagonally right from it and place a 1x2 painting there. From the top of that painting, you'll count up diagonally left and place a 1x1. And from that one, you'll count down diagonally left and place another. We're almost done the perimeter of the room, and then we can build some of the stuff in the center. So clear your inventory again and get out the following. Acacia planks. Acacia stairs. Acacia trapdoors. Warp signs. Ladders. And then you want the following wools. You want green, yellow, red, and we'll get out cyan for now. We can't actually do anything with it yet though because we need 2 other wools, but we'll get them out in a minute. So on the underside of the staircase here, or I guess against this wall, you want to count to the 3rd yellow over, and you'll place an acacia plank in the floor in place of the warped. Above it, you'll have an upside down acacia stair facing towards you with a warp sign off of it. You'll have acacia trapdoors open up against the sides of the stair. You'll then count over until you're not the yellow just to the left of that door, but one more over, where you'll place 3 ladders extending up against the wall. From this acacia stair, you will count towards you by 3 and left by 1 and replace this warp plank with a green wool. Forward diagonally left, you want another green wool, and then you'll bring that green right with a yellow and then a red. The red and yellow you'll bring towards you with the opposite color. And then this front right yellow, you'll have a green off either side. You can then get rid of your red and yellow wool and get out orange and light gray. And from the frontmost green wool here, you'll leave a gap of 1 extending forward and place a cyan wool. Extend it left by 2. And then either side cyan, you'll extend forward with 2 orange wool. The center one, you'll extend forward with a light gray and then an orange. Surround the orange and cyan wool, except for the corners you will leave open still. And then you can clear your inventory and get out the following. Smooth quartz stairs. Warp stairs. Smooth quartz blocks. Waxed exposed cut copper stair. Waxed exposed copper trapdoors. Nether brick fence and lanterns. First off, on the green, yellow, and red rug, you'll take the front left red and place an upside down warp stair facing left on top. Extend it back by 1, and then extend it left with a set of upside down warp stairs facing right. You will need placeholders for a lot of the stair placements. Well, at least those. I actually don't think we need it for any others since none of them are upside down. You'll take the front right warp stair and count towards you 1, right by 2, and place a smooth chord stair facing towards you. Heading forward, which is still towards you, you'll place 1 facing left and then 1 facing back. From that end stair, you'll count towards you by 2 again, and then left by 3, and on this orange, you'll place a waxed exposed cut copper stair facing back. In front of it, you'll crouch and place 2 waxed exposed copper trapdoors on top of each other that are opened up in the same direction like so. Left of the stair itself, you'll go up with 4 nether brick fence, then go right 1, and down with a lantern. From the bottom nether brick fence, you'll count left by 1 and towards you by 2, and place a smooth chord stair facing left. Left of it, a stair facing right. In front of that, you'll place a set of smooth quartz blocks, and then on top of those blocks, you'll place smooth quartz stairs facing away from each other. You'll then take the back left of that chair and count back by 4 and place a smooth quartz stair facing left. Left of it, a stair facing right. Blocks behind it, and then a set of stairs on top facing away from each other. That is this room done, and that means we have 2 rooms left of this floor. Unfortunately, they are the largest rooms. So we've got 30 minutes of parts to finish the floor, so that's interesting. Head through the, I guess, whatever, I just had to do that. And head over to this room over here with the tiled floor and everything. And so, first thing I might say is, in the door you will place a birch door. The handle will end up facing back towards that red wall there. So it will be placed from the inside if you are on bedrock and don't choose the direction. In this room, you want to start by getting out the following. Item frame. Clock. Polished blackstone walls. Iron bars. Polished deep slate slabs. Dark oak fence gates. Warped planks. Warped signs, and warp stair. So on the very corner lime terracotta on both, you want to extend it up with 5 polished blackstone walls. It should be the height of the red concrete for now, but that's not exactly important. I just felt like I'd point that out. You will... So if you're looking from the side that I am, which would be where the windows are, the side with the giant iron bar windows, the right wall you will extend to the right with a row of iron bars, and then towards you a row. You will then end up on the line, you'll leave a gap of 1, and on these right 3, you'll just place 5 iron bars going up on each. From the left one, you would place 2 iron bar rows extending off of the polished blackstone walls, then a gap of 1, another row of iron bars here, and this row will be brought towards you by 1, along with that original row just left by 2 into the cyan wall. Which should give you this. I'll give you a second to place those since they're a little bit annoying. You can also extend these polished blackstone walls along the lime terracotta here with iron bars to connect into the red wall. If these would ever place, which they won't. Cool. You'll then place polished deep slate slabs onto those. Now when you do this, you aren't really following the opening, you're just creating a square, basically, or rectangle, whatever. You're just going on top of where the iron bars would be if the doors were closed, which would give you this. Filling in the center of them in line with that top row of iron bars, you'll place dark oak fence gates kind of facing along this way. It's kind of a bad explanation, but you're basically placing it off of this red wall which is the only wall that they both share. Should give you this. Nice. Get rid of everything that isn't the warped materials and get out the following in addition. Heavy core. Tripwire hook. Where is tripwire hook? There it is. Skeleton skull. Warped trapdoor. Painting. And we'll go with a cauldron. So we'll start with the right one, I guess. Sure. If you head inside of this cage in the very corner, you're placing a warped plank. Extend it towards you by 1, and off of that one, you'll place a warp sign on the left. Preferably not the back one. There we go. Also, on top of it, you'll place a skeleton skull facing into the wall. If you're in Bedrock, you can literally just place a skeleton skull inside of yourself. I don't really know why, but it'll just push you out of the way. To the left of the back plank, you'll break the lime terracotta in the floor and replace it with a warp plank. Have an upside down warp stair on top of it, and off the left of that, you'll have a warp trapdoor open up against it. In the back left corner here on this lime terracotta, you'll place a warp plank with a warp sign off the front. From the upside down warp stair, you'll leave a gap of 1 extending up and place a 1x1 painting there. And that is this particular little cage done. Not a ton in this room overall, detail-wise. In the opposite one, you'll take the back left-hand corner, which is this one, and count forward by 1 and place a warped plank with a sign off the right. You'll also have a heavy core on top. Leave a gap of 1 moving forward and do the same, minus the heavy core. You'll have a tripwire hook off the wall instead. And then in front of off the outside of the cage, off this iron bar, you'll place a cauldron. The row in front of that cauldron, which will be this, you'll break both the quartz and the slab below. This one also, I don't have, like, the slabs fixed. You'll extend that right an additional 2 rows. And from that row of 3, you'll take the center and break back a row. And then you'll take the center and the right and break forward a row. And that should break you this particular pattern. I don't know why this guy has so many holes in this floor. He's really got to get those fixed. Anyway, clear your inventory again and get out the following. Dark oak stairs. Dark oak slabs. Which we'll probably just use for planks here. Bamboo signs, more so because I'm lazy. White banner. Smooth quartz blocks. And pale oak doors. Yeah, that's all we can do. So in front of this cauldron, you want to place a dark oak stair facing forward. It will be floating, just kind of ignore that. Extend it forward with a slab and then a dark oak stair facing back. Copy that stair slab thing an additional 4 times. Okay, and then you'll place dark oak slabs on top. Along the front wall, you want to be directly under the center window, and you'll place a dark oak plank under each half. Place bamboo signs off the dark oak planks, which you should have made out of, or you should have doubled them up. If I said, I might have just said slabs, I don't remember already. Above the left half, if you're looking at it, you'll place a white banner off the iron bars. Leave a gap of 1 extending left and place 2 smooth quartz blocks extending up with a pale oak door off of them. It should face the wrong way default, of course. It should face towards the dark oak thing we made, or I guess all the dark oak. Clear your inventory and get out the following this time. Red concrete. Cyan concrete. Polished deep slate slabs. Dark oak trapdoors. Smooth quartz slabs. Dark oak slabs. Trial spawner. And I think that's everything. Yeah. So, the height of the red wall here with the windows should be the proper height. So you'll bring everything else up to that height with the cyan or red or whatever. I think the quartz pillar should be included in this actually, so you might want to get that out. And bring it up, because I believe that matters since there's a room there. And then obviously all this, and yeah. Once we also do the other area, this will take out like a huge chunk of the 4th floor. Because again, like, you figure this whole area is taken up, so... And I think there's also, like, anywhere where there's a roof, there isn't really any rooms, so... Cool, should have this. The ceiling would be the upside down dark oak slabs are up against the window wall, or I guess the opposite wall as well, which are just the long red walls. And then you'd have the 2 rows of upside down smooth decored slabs, dark oak, whatever. You get the drill. Hopefully everyone's having a good day or night. I don't think I said that yet. I am for the most part. I never can remember, especially with this when I record back to back. And you should have this. Between the cages on the wall, it would be between, not between the polished deep side slabs, but a block up, you'll have a trial spawner there. If you're looking at it, you'll leave a gap of 3 extending left and then break 2 red along with a row up. You'll place upside down polished deep side slabs to the top half with dark oak trapdoors off of them, and then you should know the drill. You'll go up diagonally towards you with more trapdoors. Other than that, there's only one other thing, which would be on that wall there. If you, which is I guess the back wall? Yeah, it'd be the one opposite the cyan. You'll take the top left-hand corner of it, and you'll count right by 2 and down by 1, and break 3 red extending down. You'll break 1 right of the bottom, and you'll break 1 left of the bottom 2. Which will give you that, and that is this room done. And then you can head back left, and we can start laying out some of this area, because this room's a little bit weird. There's, like, a lot of things going on. So... I think we actually don't even clear inventory yet, because I think we need most of what we have. Yeah, get out dark oak planks in addition. And so what we can do is, if you take the yellow wall here on the front, where you have the quartz pillar, I would actually bring the quartz pillar up an additional block within it, and then you'll break the bottom row of the yellow here and replace it with dark oak planks. And you can check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 below it, yeah. You'll end up doing the same to the cyan here. Well, kind of. I don't think you'll actually touch the area that we have. Well, you'll place it on this very corner. And then that dark oak plank you'll extend forward until you're pretty much on the red, but I'm going to stop before I actually am on top of it. And yeah, it should kind of give you this. You'll place upside down dark oak slabs underneath the dark oak planks, and you would continue this row in particular underneath the cyan. The yellow row would stop and it wouldn't go through, because obviously you have the staircase here, but the other one would end up going, and you would have kind of this section of the roof singled out. As for this section, if you're looking at it, you'll have a row of upside down smooth quartz slabs at the left and the right, and then you know the drill from there, the dark oak, and then the 2 smooth quartz, and then the dark oak, and then whatever. Yeah. So we'll get this room laid out, like shaping-wise, and then we'll start dealing with the finer details. Oh, that did something. That's fine. As long as it's not noticeable, no one will notice. That's how that works, actually. The dark oak we extended further, you will bring up with cyan. Again, make sure it's only these 5 rows. You don't want to go on top of the red, because I want to say that's quartz pillar, but I don't know. Or it might actually... Is it cyan? No, it would be cyan, because cyan goes through. So yeah, I guess you can bring the cyan forward a row there. You'll then end up bringing this red up, and you would, I guess, connect it at the... Is it the top red we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it will be the top red we have now. You can connect together, and then just extend all the red up to the height of what we have right now, which is the cyan and yellow. Those top rows you'll bring all the way forward. And what is it, like the top 7 or something? Yes, top 7. Yeah, just double checking. And then you'd bring it all the way forward. And again, you'll end up stopping just when the yellow would hit, I believe. Well, you don't even have to necessarily go that far, but I'll stop there or go to there for now, because I think that'll make it easier. Plus, we would need that, I believe, for the other side of that wall anyway. But I could be wrong. It looks a little bit ugly. You'll take the, if you're looking at this wall, the bottom right red, which is this corner. We're not actually taking the bottom of the pillar. And you'll count up by 2 and left by 1 and break 2 red extending left and then a row up. You'll place upside down polished deep side slabs at the top half and then dark oak trapdoors off the top of this. You'll then go up diagonally out with more trapdoors like so. Leave a gap of 5 extending left, and then you'll break, what is it, 4 red? Yeah, a 4x4, so that row, and then 3 additional rows up, which would leave you 1 off the top. You're also actually in line with that hole, if that is particularly important to anyone. You can, I guess, get rid of the trial spawners and get out iron bars, and place iron bars in the right 3 rows of this little hole, and then extend that leftmost row out by 1 with iron bars. Off of the row of red just to the left of this little gate opening, you will place cyan at the top. What is it, 4 rows or 5? It would, I believe, be the top 5. I can tell you in a sec. Yeah, it's top 5 rows of cyan. And it should connect all the way into the cyan wall in the opposite corner. And you actually see it lines up with this wall here, which is quite convenient. Not that that's really all that important, but it does do that, so, you know. Cool. You'll then end up placing a row of dark oak planks below this, and then a row of upside down dark oak slabs. Ceiling there starts with the dark oak slabs at the left and right, and then it has, you know, the 2 smooth quartz and etc, etc. Same thing as always. I think we're almost done with the fixing up of this room layout-wise. And yeah, like this space here we just would pretty much made extra for is literally not used. There's no rooms up there. Not sure why. The only really room there is, I mean, I guess there's a little bit here actually, but I think it only goes to the end of the greenhouse. So like this area here, which there could definitely be a room. There's just nothing. But again, there's one here, so. Anyway. Yeah, that should be this room entirely dealt with. Where you have the row of, like, yellow, between the yellow and cyan. I have it filled in with cyan concrete. In addition, we have a couple dark oak plank pillars we can add. So on the, I guess, one we just built, we can start with that. You will leave 3 slabs off the left and the right. 1, 2, 3. And the 4th you'll replace with a dark oak plank. And then bring it all the way down to the ground. On the other one, I think it's the same, except don't we have a 3rd pillar in there? No, actually, it's just spaced differently. So off of the right side, this quartz pillar, you'll leave 3, replace this one with a dark oak slab. Then leave 5. Replace this one with a plank. I'd said slab before, but I meant plank. And then, yeah, both those you can bring down. A couple things. The underside of this portion doesn't really have anything. The only thing is the quartz pillar here you would connect over with upside down dark oak slabs into the, like, bottom row of red there. And then you would end up bringing the, if you're looking at it, the leftmost all the way forward with upside down dark oak slabs and do the same thing going across where it's 2 slabs of smooth quartz, dark oak, 2 quartz, dark oak, 2 quartz, and end on a dark oak. But the back portion of the hallway beyond those dark oak slabs stays open. Oh god, sorry, stays open like so. Because that has something different going on. But we'll probably end up filling that in actually as we do this room because there's a lamp that we need to, or a lantern we need to add. But, yeah. Only other thing is the actual for real ceiling, which you want to take the, what are we going to say, the cyan concrete wall with the hole in it, and you'll have a row of upside down dark oak slabs off the row of cyan just before the quartz pillar, and then you'll just go across from there with the thing we've been doing. And yeah, that will be this room laid out entirely, and we have 10 minutes to finish it. Can we is the question. I don't know. I hope so. Because I would love to get this third floor done, and then we just have probably 2 more parts from there. I would think the attic is its own and the fourth is its own, but I don't know. I might be able to squeeze it into one, depending on if we can actually do anything on the fourth floor in this part. But I don't know. Because the attic is going to take a while. I know that for sure. Attic is a large area. So yeah, we'll see. I guess I wouldn't really want to force this to 50 if I would just end up forcing the other 2 over an hour at that point with the bit. But I guess it depends. Anyway. From this point, we can start adding some fun stuff. So, if you clear your inventory, I want to actually do the fireplace in the center of the room first. So get out the following: strip mangrove wood, cobbled deep slate, netherrack. Either flint and steel or fire charge, doesn't matter which one. I kind of feel like getting out a fire charge if I know where they are. I don't know where they are. So, flint and steel it is. Yeah, huh. I do wonder now. Polished deep slate, stairs, cobbled deep slate walls, waxed exposed copper trapdoors, flower pots, and we'll need 2 different flowers for the flower pots, but we'll get out alliums to start. So, in the, well, I guess it's not the center of the room. You want to take, if you're looking at the cyan concrete wall here with the dark oak supports under it, you want to take the right one when you're looking in that direction. And you want to count towards you from it by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to this spruce plank. You'll then count left by 3. And you'll replace these next 2 spruce planks with cobbled deep slate. In front of them, you'll have netherrack, and then in front of those, more cobbled deep slate. You'll light the netherrack on fire. And you want, in front of that, you'll have cobbled deep slate walls on... Or behind, sorry, you want cobbled deep slate walls on these. And then in front, you would end up having, I believe, chains? Let me confirm. Yeah, so you can actually get rid of the cobbled deep slate walls already and get out chains. Up against the side of the chains and the walls, you'll place waxed exposed copper trap doors, and you can crouch and place another one on top of each. You'll place upside down polished deep slate stairs facing away from the fire on top of both the chains and the walls. Place a flower pot on each stair, and where the cobbled deep slate walls are here, you will place alliums in them, and on the other ones you can get rid of the alliums. And you want to place torch flowers. Left and right of the netherrack here, you'll take this spruce plank on both sides and extend it up with 5 strip mangrove wood facing up. You will clear your inventory and get out the following: mangrove stairs, bricks, mangrove fence gates, mangrove signs, mangrove slabs, andesite walls, pale oak fence, and candles. No color, just regular. On top of the between the strip mangrove here, you'll place a set of mangrove stairs that should face towards the torch flowers. You'll then have upside down stairs on top facing the same way, and from there you'll bring those all the way up with bricks until the ceiling, which you will break through the ceiling for this. And, oh wow, we're not in line with anything. Shocker. On top of either strip mangrove wood row, you'll place mangrove slabs, and off the sides of the top strip mangrove woods, you'll place mangrove signs. The only thing is that they won't be on the actual sides, they'll be, like, you know, on the sides with the bricks. because between the signs you'll have mangrove fence gates opened into the bricks. On the side closest to the cyan, you'll leave a gap of 1 extending up and place andesite walls. On the other side, you'll place pale oak fence instead of andesite walls, and on top of each fence, you'll place a singular candle. You also have the same thing on this red wall over here, so if you are between the iron bar gate and the polished deep slate slab little vent opening, you'll have a pale oak fence in the direct center at the floor level, or I guess the bottom level of the broken part. You'll then extend it towards the vent opening by 1 and place a candle on either fence again. You can clear your inventory and get out the following. I want to make sure there's no paintings on the lower level, because we can just get all the paintings up there done since there's really not a ton going on. There's the one there, but that one's not really a huge deal. So get out paintings, spruce slabs, levers, warped planks, warped stairs, warp signs, a warped hanging signs, smooth quartz block, and we'll go with a dark oak sign. We'll probably switch halfway through some stuff just because there's something we need with the signs that's kind of an odd step. But actually we might just do placeholder block because I don't think they'll actually place off that block properly. Anyway, so on the upper area here, you want to take the iron gate, which would be to the right. And I specify that because we're going to call this the right side. So if you take the bottom 2 red, you will extend each one to the left with 7 upside down spruce slabs. These the back 2, I mean. You'll then, when I say up diagonally over, it'll be 1 row. So you'll go up diagonally left, left 2, then place the same row to the left that shifted towards you by 1, like so. And then extend that left. Then go up diagonally left by 1, and then just connect left with what should be 3 into the hole in the wall there. There's like a million paintings, so let's take this though. You'll take the bottom right cyan, and to the right of it by 1, you'll place a 1 by 1. Up diagonally right, you'll have another. Up 1. Up diagonally right 1. Then you'll, from that one, count left by 2 and place 1. Then you'll have 1 down diagonally left. Then down diagonally right. From the furthest left one, you'll have 1 to the left, and then from that one you'll have 1 both above and below. From the topmost painting, you'll count left by 2 and place a lever. Left by 2 again and place another 1 by 1. Down diagonally left, you'll have another 1 by 1. Then count left 2 and down by 1 and place a 1 by 2. On the left wall here, you want to, if you are looking at this wall, you'll take the bottom left cyan in the hole that actually is still here. And you'll count left by 4, and you'll place a 1 by 1 painting there, which should be there. Cool. You'll then place 1 down diagonally right. I don't even care. Gap of 1 going down and place another. Gap of 2 going left, or count left by 3 and place another 1. Then you'll have 1 up diagonally left. Then 1 up diagonally right, and then 1 to the right. All the way down and to the left, if you take this particular bottom yellow, you'll count up 2 and right by 1 and place a 2 by 1 there. Nice. Up against this yellow wall, you want to break this row of spruce planks in the floor. It should be a row of 6 and replace it with warp planks. If you're looking at this wall again, you're going to place going right to left on them, an upside down warp stair facing left, then an upside down stair facing towards you, then 1 facing right, 1 facing left, 1 facing towards you, and 1 facing right, and then you will end up copying those stairs an additional 5 times. Which will give you... Oh, I didn't think this through. There we go. She'll give you a bookshelf, basically. Nice. There's a couple more. Well, there's one more bookshelf we can do. It's on the like front wall of the room where you have this row of warped planks that is sticking to the wall, and you would end up leaving a 2 block gap from this doorway, and you will break. It'll be the same thing actually. You'll break 6 spruce in the floor and replace it with warped, and then you'll have the same kind of stair direction going on. And it'll just, instead of going up however many, it'll just go up until you can't anymore. But you do want to also break through the ceiling for this one, and replace these slabs with the same stairs. Should give you this. Okay, one more little thing, and then we're not actually done the room yet, unfortunately. We're never done, let's be honest. Head to the little under area here at the, I guess actually front wall of the room, but I'm gonna call it the back. In the very corner, you're placing a warped plank. You extend it towards you with another plank. Smooth quartz block. Warped plank. You extend the very back warped plank left with 2 warped planks in the floor. On top of the right one, an upside down warp stair facing towards you. Top of the left one, an upside down stair facing right. To the left of that, you'll have 2 more warped planks. Gap of 1 above the last one, and you'll place a warped plank. Off the right of it, a warped hanging sign. And then another plank to the right. Above the smooth quartz block, actually just off the ceiling, you'll place a placeholder block here, and you'll have a warp sign off both sides of it. And then you can break the placeholder. The sign should stay, because they're magical. Off of each warped plank, you want to place a warp sign. Off of the side that kind of faces towards the middle, which is this corner here, basically. Off the smooth quartz block, you want a dark oak sign. Clear your inventory and get out the following. Black carpet. Polished blackstone stairs. Polished blackstone walls. I think I have to sneeze. Great. Spruce plank. Spruce stair. Maybe not. Spruce slab. Mangrove plank. Mangrove door. And a torch. On top of the smooth quartz block, you want a black carpet. On top of that, you want a polished blackstone stair, and then a polished blackstone wall. You can immediately get rid of those first 3 things, preferably not the spruce planks. I kind of needed those. And get out in addition the following. Pale oak slabs. Warp slabs. And oak doors. And we'll kind of keep transitioning like that for a little bit, because there's a lot of these materials that I want to just get out of the way. And then we'll, deal with it later. I forgot the thing we needed immediately. Get rid of the pale oak slabs again, sorry, and get out a tripwire hook. And place one underneath the hanging sign here, and then just get back out the pale oak slabs. To the left of this, you'll leave a gap of 1 and place an upside down spruce stair facing left. Left of it, an upside down slab, upside down stair facing right, and then a plank. Gap of 2 from that. 2 mangrove planks extending up with a mangrove door off of it. Handle should face towards the, kitchen counter. To the left of this quartz pillar row, you'll take the 4th block up and place a torch. You can then get rid of, I guess the torch? We'll wait a second, actually. But you'll head forward or around the wall to this birch door here. When you're looking at it, you leave a gap of 1 behind it and place 2 upside down pale oak slabs like so. Get rid of those slabs and get out oak trap doors. And in this little divot here, you want off of that. Basically, you'd be the center of this wall, these center 2 blocks, because you'll be the quartz pillar and the cyan here, and then the 2 cyan here, where you'll place 3 warp planks extending up from either block. Just make them out of slabs. Warp slabs on top. Oak doors off the bottom, and oak trap doors open up against the top planks. You can then get rid of the first 3 things in your inventory, along with the torches, and get out acacia buttons, dark oak planks, bamboo signs, and lanterns. And from this birch door here, you want to place a button to the right of it. The next door in the line, it'll be to the left. Next one to the right, and then we'll head around to this point, just before this bookshelf. You'll actually be 1 block literally off of it, and you'll place 2 dark oak planks extending right. Bamboo signs off either. Lantern on top of the left one. Mud brick wall on the right one, which you can get rid of the lantern for. Above the mud brick wall, you'll have an upside down spruce slab, and then you'll just bring it down diagonally left with a slab, which would be just over the lantern. Continuing along the next door, you'll have an acacia button to the left of. And then from the dark oak fence gate, you'll have a button to the left as well. And then you can get rid of the acacia buttons, dark oak planks, and bamboo signs, and get out item frames, clock, spruce door. To the left of the button, item frame with a clock in it, and then you'll get rid of the clock and get out spruce trap doors. That'll be the last I think we'll do that for. And then for the center, we'll just have to deal with it all. So 1 block gap going right of the dark oak fence gate, you'll place 3 spruce planks extending up. Another row to the right, set of spruce stairs on top. Spruce doors off the bottom, and then spruce trap doors open up against the planks above them. Keep heading left, and when you hit this little vent in the wall, you'll count right by 2 and place 2 mangrove planks extending up with a mangrove door off of them. And the door will, or the handle will face kind of towards the previous closet we just made. Just a little bit of stuff in the center of the room. When I say a little bit, I mean definitely more than a little bit. But, yeah, so you can just clear your inventory. I don't think trying to keep up is making sense anymore. Get out the following: cyan wool, red wool, yellow wool, orange wool, light gray wool, spruce stairs, spruce slabs, mangrove stairs, and spruce fence gates. So we'll do all the ones that we can with this. From out of this wall, you'll take the right dark oak pillar and place a cyan wool both left of and in front of it. Also extend back diagonally left an additional 1. From the center cyan wool, the diagonal, you'll bring it either direction with 2 red wool, which is left and forward. In the center of that, you would end up placing a red wool here in the corner, and then have basically yellow inside of the red, like so. You'll then connect those yellows together at a point, and then that corner you'll bring in either direction by 1 to give you a plus. And you pretty much want to copy that going on the other side. So you'll have the same little squiggly of red. So just, I guess I'll place a red diagonal off each. Actually, I'll surround the yellow and red since we need them there as well. And then from this 3 diagonal, I'll place an additional red kind of on the corners, and then place a diagonal of cyan wool off the end. It should look like this. You'll take the center diagonal of red on the right side and place an upside down spruce stair on top of it facing left. Place 1 behind it. Upside down spruce slabs to the left, and then upside down spruce stairs facing right back into those to the left. Behind these stairs, you'll place mangrove stairs facing forward with spruce fence gates open backwards towards them, which is going to be technically towards that cyan wall, which is also technically forward, but we're not going to say all that. From the center of the table, you'll place a mangrove stair behind it with a spruce fence gate open backwards. Cool. From the furthest forward cyan, you'll count forward 2 and right by 2 and break 3 extending forward. And place cyan wool in place of each of the spruce. Front and back cyan, you'll extend right with 4 red each, and then place more cyan on the end. You'll connect the reds together on either end, and then place yellow in the center. On top of the yellow, you'll place a set of upside-down spruce stairs facing into each other with mangrove stairs off the ends of that facing into those. Those won't have these spruce fence gates because they have something else going on, which actually we don't need the fence gates anymore, so you can get out mangrove trap doors. We'll do it for these tables and place mangrove trap doors open up against the ends of the stairs, or I guess on top of the stairs opened away like so. In front of the fireplace here, you want to take the right half of it, this particular cobble deep sit and count forward by 4 to this spruce. Replace it with an orange wool. Light gray wool to the right, orange to the right. You'll have a row of orange wool in front, and then surround that in cyan wool again, making sure you don't place it on the corners. Place an upside-down spruce stair facing forward on the light gray wool with one in front of it that faces back. You'll leave a gap of 1 from either front half of the table and place mangrove stairs facing back. You can then actually clear your inventory and get out the following. Mangrove signs, mangrove doors, block of gold, end rods, quartz pillars, hoppers, oak leaves, and then we'll go flower pot and a torch flower. I think there's one more set we'll need after this. We're almost there though, I swear. Off the back of either stair, you'll place mangrove doors, and off the sides of them, you'll place mangrove signs. Okay. The front row of 3 cyan, the left one in particular, you will replace with a block of gold, 2 end rods on top, and then a quartz pillar. Quickly, because I know I'll forget it if we don't, get rid of the mangrove signs and doors and get out oak slabs and brown carpet. And from this pillar, which we're going to actually, yeah, no, we'll keep the same direction. Never mind, I thought I was switching it, but I'm not. You'll take the left pillar and go back diagonally left with an upside-down oak slab with a brown carpet on top. From the fireplace, the center of it, you'll leave a gap of 1 off either side and place a hopper. Then crouch and place 2 oak leaves moving up from either hopper. On the other side of the fireplace, you'll take the back right-hand corner of this carpet, count back by 2, replace the spruce with a block of gold, again 2 end rods and quartz pillar extending up. On the back center of this 3x2 table, you'll place a flower pot with a torch flower in it. Then clear your inventory and get out the following. Beehive? Okay, that's fine. Diorite stairs, diorite slabs, and diorite blocks. The beehive will be the 3rd block to the right of the back right of the table, so 1, 2, 3. Behind this carpet here, you'll place a diorite stair behind either end red wool, which should face towards each other. Slabs in the center. Row of diorite blocks behind that full thing. Slab on top of the end blocks and blocks on top of the middle blocks. And once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, finally, that is part 16 of the neighbor case complete. And that is also floor 3 done. Oh, that didn't help me at all. Wait, yes it did. Oh, wait, no, I don't have barriers in this. Why am I not going? There we go. 2 floors left, actually, which is exciting, which I think means 2 more parts. I did not expect this to be 18 parts, yet here we are looking like it's going to be 18 parts. Anyway, thank you all so much, guys did enjoy this video. I'm going to go take a nap. That was definitely the most difficult part to record for me. Anyway, with that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.